Okay, good morning for me, probably good evening for you. I'm Jill on the island of Saipan, and I have been a demonstrator for more than 20 years, but only recently got started being serious about my videos, and now I'm trying to do live streams. So if there are some uh, things that I can improve, please let me know and let me know how to do it because this is all new to me. So, thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment and let me know that you're here and let me know how you like today's cards. Today, I'm going to do 2 cards with Festive Friends. I just love this set, mostly because I love snowmen. So, let me show you and let's get started. Okay, so let me get rid of that shadow. So this is the Festive Friends stamp, and I always put my die cuts inside as long as it's the size that will fit in there. And I've mounted some of these already because I know I'm going to use the snowman and the Santa Claus today, and that makes me a little bit more organized. There's also the elf. Not a real fan, but I might try it. But let's get started with today's cards. I'm going to use my silicone mat. I recently found it again and thought, oh, I should probably just use that because it's so dang helpful. Okay, the first card that I'm going to do is with the snowman. And this is one of the cards that I'm going to do at my local class. So wait a minute, I need to, oh shoot. Hopefully I'm not, oh crap, no. Gonna go back, sorry, I just messed that up. Okay, there, I'm back. I'm doing this at my local class, and obviously if I use black memento for everything, I run out of black memento pads, and yeah, people have to share and it gets a little chaotic. So I love using other dark colors as my neutral for going ahead. So basic gray I use a lot for like baby cards and things I want a little softer look to them. And so that's well inked. So I'm just going to go ahead and press it down there and close up my ink pad. So it is a little bit of coloring, but not too much. And I'm going to use peacock, light peacock, pretty peacock, and light pool party, and a little bit of orange for the nose. This is a dark pumpkin pie. And I love the blends because you don't have to worry about if you use the water-based ink pads, you can use the alcohol marker and nothing's going to get smudged or smeared. So I'm using the small end to color with, and I really just go into little circles. I know it doesn't really leave a lot of light and dark spaces. That's the blessing of these blend markers, but it just helps me. I don't know. It works for me. That's all I got to say. So there is not much coloring on this. And even though this is the small tip, you have to be a little bit careful. And I'm also going to do the scarf. I love snowmen. Honestly, my Christmas tree every year is almost fully snowmen. I love it, even though I live on a tropical island and it's summer every day, all year round. I just think it's good. Okay, and then with a pool party, we can go ahead and just sort of add a little bit of shading so that it doesn't look like I forgot to color the snowman. We're just adding a little bit of shading in there. It's very subtle, but it makes me happy, so I do it. There. And then it's ready to cut out. So I am going to do this here. I'm going to take my snowman die out. I believe it's this one. There we go. And I'm going to run it through my mini cutter. I haven't used this one in a long time, and it took me a while to find it for today. I'm like, what did it do? Where did it go? I know I just had it. And because it could slide around, pick the only washi tape that I haven't used yet and is going to be hard to get up. Dang almighty. Okay. Well, not a great start, but really, I know what I'm doing. I've been stamping so long. There are just times when you're nervous about doing a live and you've only done like 1 or 2 of them and they haven't been perfect, and you really like perfect. Okay, so I always take my time when I go to put this on because it's so easy for it to move or just not be placed properly on all sides. So I'm going to put that down, put it in between here, and run it through my little cutter. Okay. Put that aside. And make sure that I don't lose my die cut. I have a new kitten and he comes up here. I don't let him in on recording days, of course, because he's just a kitten. So he tends to, every little scrap of paper, everything I leave on my table, he needs to throw it on the floor and have a little fun with it. So, okay, so that's the easy coloring for this. Let me get the rest of my pieces out for this. I am going to have, so let's see, I always start from the back. Going to have a white card base. So I'm just going to fold this in half with my bone folder. And Pretty Peacock has been one of my all-time favorites. Pretty Peacock, Blackberry Bliss. I mean, I just have colors that I'm in love with. And I'm going to do the simple layers like I've done from the beginning of stamping. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is not a smaller piece. What I do with the smaller piece? Oh, I know what I did. I'm going to put, didn't really want them on a dark background. So I took a piece of the Pool Party two-tone paper and I ran it through a, gosh, I think this is one of the very first embossing folders that I have. It's a skinny one. It's probably from 20 years ago. I ran it through here, and then I'm just going to take my sanding block, and I also don't like the fuzz that it leaves on my surface, so I go ahead and put that down and just gently do this. I don't want to rub the bumps right off. I just want them to show a little bit of white so that it looks like snow. Shake it off and put that standing by, right? So that kind of looks like snow, and I think that's cute. You can use any of the folders that you have. Stampin' Up! Has come out with a like falling snowflakes one. I have one with bigger snowflakes. All depends on how long you've been a demonstrator, how that goes. And then I'm going to use these new dies. I just ordered this branching out dies because I love having a different shape. I think it really changes the whole look of your card. And I saw a video yesterday using this stamp set, so I just might have to get the stamp set, even though I thought I was saving money by only buying the dies. Now I want the stamp set too. So I have already cut the die cut out of the white using this die. This is the smallest die that comes in the packet. Goes in here. But I wanted to put my snowman here, and I didn't want to have a small saying. So all of the sayings that come in the Festive Friends kit stamp set are very small, and I wanted something a little larger. So I went back to, oh my goodness, I went back to my wooden stamps. Yes, I keep some, but any Christmas stamps that you have, I mean, we all buy them at Christmas, and then we just don't know how we ended up with so many sets. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this also in Pretty Peacock. Thinking of you at Christmas. Because I can send a snow one and say, thinking of you at Christmas, because we don't actually get snow, and pretty much everybody else I know does. And then I'm going to take the one for the inside of my card, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that saying too. There, I'll put those aside. Okay, so we have everything stamped, and now we're just going to do a little fun assembly. So I'm going to do glue on the back of here. I usually use glue so they don't flatten the dry embossing out with a adhesive. And that's going to go on here. And then glue again. This gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Yes, I end up with glue on my fingers, but I have baby wipes, so. Okay, so there we go. And I thought about putting dimensionals on both of these, but let me just show you something even more fun than that. I'm going to put dimensionals on here. I'm just keeping this a very simple card, but I think all the little sort of extras are fun, and I hope you're really going to like it. So I want this to kind of tuck in. Oh, God, looks like I got a smudge there or something. So I'm going to tuck it in a little more than I would have. Put that there. And then on Amazon, I've been using these little things for a long, long time, and I forget to pull them out but they're so fun. They're called Wobbles, Wobbles, and they make a little fun for your card. So you take off the adhesive on one side, which is easier said than done. I'm like so challenged today because I'm nervous. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, there. We just put one wobble in the back. Take the adhesive off the other side so we can stick it on the card. Usually I'm using my fingers to do this, but those who get their nails done don't have that privilege. Dagnabbit. Should have tested one of these. I haven't used them. There we go. I haven't used them in a while, but I think Christmas cards should be extra fun. So this is going to give us a little bit of spring. Can you see that? There we go. See that little spring in there? And then put it down here. And that little bugger is going to stay on the card. It squishes in for when you go ahead and put it in the mail. But he's going to be all jiggly. I'm going to put the inside in and then do the final touches. But so usually when I put this in, I'll have a piece of some designer series paper that I add over here, but I don't have that today. So what I'm going to do is take my Pretty Peacock ink again. And I'm going to just add a few little snowflakes. Do some without. I think I'm gonna just stamp off there and do, so I have a little bit of fun on the inside. And because then I don't have designer series paper for the back of the envelope, I do like to decorate the back of the envelope. And so I want to decorate the flap and I want to do these little snowflakes on it. And the easiest way that I have come up with is I use some of my, just a big piece of paper. You can use copy paper. I often have the grid paper extra, and then just, it lets you stamp off all these edges. And I'm going to do the light and dark again. And I just think that's a pretty cool trick, to just fold your paper over and you don't have to worry about anything. And it makes a nice coordinating envelope as well. Then people know they received something special. So one more thing, I'm going to put this on the inside of my card. And yes, I do put another card with white, even though my card base is white, because I like the, I just think it makes it a little more professional and a little bit more substantial. I do sell my cards, and I'm working on a live talking about how to get started selling them, what you should do, and how you can make that work. I've been selling them for more than 10 years, and it's so much fun for me. And every place I go, somebody says, "Oh, I love your cards. Don't stop making them." So there's my inside and my cute little envelope. And then, of course, you could put Wink of Stella on the hat, but I really like to put a, these are Stickles adhesive. So you could put this. I like this. This is a little bit more glitter for Christmas. And people are tempted to put it on really thick, but it's not necessary. So you can just go ahead and put it on thin. It dries faster, and it looks just as good, even better, than if the glitter's too thick. So there, that makes our cute little happy snowman who jumps off the card for you. And I got another card too with a Santa, and he's a money card. So let me pull those things out and we will get started on the next one. Oh, wait, I do have one more thing, because I can be extra. I love these. These are the faceted snowflakes. And so I am going to put just a couple of these. I have to be careful because I already put my glitter on there. Put a couple of these as an extra decoration. So, right, it's still simple. Yes, it's got some extra things, but I think it's a simple wow card. So I hope you like it. I hope you can see it well. Okay, now we're going to put that aside and we're going to start on the next one. So the next one uses this Santa image, and I had stamped one when I was playing around, so I have this extra one, and I will get all my pieces. There are a lot of pieces to this, but I love how economical it is. I am going to cut a couple of these tall, skinny trees here. The stamp has this, like bare branch tree, but this one has a really cool, like kind of modern tree. So I'm going to bring my mini Big Shot over and cut another one of these, because one tree would be so lonely. There. So I don't know why I'm not able to see a chat, so I hope someone's on. Doesn't tell me if they are or not, but I hope someone will tune in and let me know how it's going. So there, that is cut. I'll put that away. Okay. So I have 2 of these green cutouts. I'm going to color my snowman. I have a little bit of, I'm going to use this for his face. This is SU 600. It's a little bit darker. I did one before and I used one that was really, really pink. So Santa looks a little bit like snow sunburned kind of. But, you know, most of the people on this island are way more darker in tone than I am. So I do try to use a variety of skin colors so that everybody sees themselves represented. Okay, so color our snowman's skin, and then we're going to give him his cute little outfit. It's kind of easy to color these. He's got the nice thick lines, so you don't have to worry so much about how accurate your coloring is. Uh-oh, I just noticed I forgot to catch Santa's ears here. And here, this is a dark real red. I find also if you use the light cherry cobbler, it's really close to red as well. So either of those will work. I'm going to leave that for a white trim and make these be his legs, not his feet. Kind of hard to tell. He's a really short Santa. So, and then color the hat. And of course, oh, this marker's wearing out a little bit, so I'll have to find myself another one. I don't know if I can do this end. That's a little bit better. And a little harder. Okay. And then a little bit of green. This one is Lemon Lime Twist for his gloves. So our Santa's done. And I'm going to do a money card. So we've got our little decoration part done. And I'm going to use, this is new snowflake paper. It is Silent Snowfall Designer Series paper 166062. And there are 6 sheets of this. I'm doing a 4-inch by 2.5 inch. And I'm going to do it on, actually, I'm going to do it on here with Pool Party. And dang, here it is. Here is my, now usually when I'm going to do this, I will add a few more drops of re-inker on top of the ink pad because it does sort of take quite a bit, and start from off and then gently go on. I thought it would highlight the snowflakes a little better, but it doesn't. They're not really highly embossed, but it is a nice background. And I like kind of Pool Party for a background because it looks like sky and it's very gentle color. There. So I just did a little bit of that. You could skip it or you could do it, whatever your little heart desires. It's your card and you can make it the way you want. Okay. So this money card, I have done this one before. So there's another video in my on my YouTube channel that shows this. This is a 4 1/4 by 11. And I have scored it at 2 1/4 and at 5 1/2. So this is the middle, 5 1/2, and then there's just one side that's scored at 2 1/4. So I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to fold it on the 2 1/2, 2 1/4 inch score as well. Okay. So this is a very efficient use. This money card is a very efficient use of designer series paper. I had already cut these because I was making quite a few. So you're going to take a 6 by 4 inch. So you can get 6 of these out of every 12 by 12 paper. It's 4 by 6. And then you're going to cut it at 3 and at 2, and it's going to leave you a 1 inch piece. So we have a 3 inch wide, 2 inch wide, and a 1 inch wide. Super easy. The 1 inch is going to go on our inside, so I'm going to put that away. And the 2 and the 3 inches go on here. This is just retired Christmas paper that I'm using. I thought, oh my gosh, I have a whole shelf full of Christmas paper. Unfortunately, I always do multiple cards. So unless I was going to be making one of each card, I don't really have enough of certain papers to do much. And I only bought the modern ornamental Christmas this year. And this one that is beautiful. And I've done next month's class with it. Designed 5 cards, but it just wasn't going to work for our little cute little Santa guy. It's not quite the same at all. I don't know if you can find a way to do it. Please let me know. I would love to see some creative ideas. Okay, so the 2 inch piece is over here, 3 inch here. What happens is we're going to fold this and we're going to make a pocket here. But I love to have a little like thumb hole here so that people realize there's something inside and it's not just a fold. So I go ahead with a circle punch or any shaped punch. You could make it pointy, whatever you like. Scrolled. So that's going to make our pocket. Easy. So to close this up, I'm going to use tear and tape and liquid glue. So you're going to use 2 strips of tear and tape, and you want to put them as close to the edge as possible so you can fit money in, or a card. You don't have to make it a money card. You can make it, a business card if you're sending cards on behalf of your business. Or you could make business cards to, for your Stampin' Up! Demonstratorship. You could put a note, you could put a picture, a couple dollars. I know everybody wants money these days. Nobody has any. So whatever you want to give in here. And then I put a little bit of glue here because the glue is like a forever thing. Sometimes with the humidity here, our tear and tape can cause a little bit of lifting. I always burnish it down real good just in case. So that's the front. Then we're going to take, this was 2 1/2. So this is 2 3/4 this way by 4 1/4 here. And we're going to put this together and decorate the front. And this is going to go on here and be our flap. The inside piece, like this, is going to go here. And that's going to go on the end. So when I close it, I get the designer series paper like all the way across the card. So let's put this on first. Going to do the snowflakes. and put that on there. Make it even. Like a little smidge of glue squished out. I try not to touch those with my finger because then the glue just gets all the more everywhere. Okay, so I have these skinny little trees, so I do need my smaller dimensionals for these. And I usually use my pick tool to get those off. Just stab them and slide them. And I'm just going to use them at the bottom. This doesn't really have the room for it, and that kind of sticks off the end anyway, so it works just fine. I am also going to do a little wobble for my Santa Claus. Because, you know, it's a special occasion, Christmas, and I think you just need to do a little bit extra. These aren't terribly expensive. I haven't bought them in a while. You can get them in like a pack of 100, so feel free to use them. And they're amusing, right? It's like a shaker card. You can't hold the card and not bounce it up and down, waiting for, you know, Santa's hat to fall off or something. So, yep, getting the adhesive off is going to be my challenge today. Okay. There we go. Getting it. Ah, but it's worth it to have a Santa that wobbles. Okay. I'm going to put him on here. See how cute that is? That is just so dang cute. Love it. Okay, and then our trees. I'm going to take the backing off. And over here, and then just right down here. So see, this can go off the edge because it's still going to have plenty of room once I put it on here. So what did I use for my saying? Oh, I didn't put any saying on the front. So let's go ahead and just, I'll wait to put that. I'm going to put my saying on the inside. So here it has Santa's coming to town, right? That's great for a little Santa. But I also used a long block, and then I took one of my retired stamp sets and have this blocked Merry Christmas under it because Santa's coming to town was just like, I don't know, didn't seem quite fully a great saying. Santa's coming to town. Maybe he's going to leave coal in your stocking or something. I don't know. My mom used to traumatize me that way. Okay. Make sure this is well inked. And go ahead and put that down. But I highly recommend if you buy a Christmas set and it has really great sayings, don't get rid of that one because it's always nice to change your sayings up. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here and hold this down. And this is going to be the inside of your card. This is just pretty easy. It's not quite exact, so I just turned it over and cut off that little itty bit. And then I usually put my inside greeting piece on with glue dots so that if someone gets a card from me, they can gently lift it up and go ahead and put a, you know, different writing in there and repurpose the card, recycle. You know, we use paper, we should recycle it. There. This is going to go on here. And to do this, usually just turn it over so I know exactly where my tape is going to go. and I put 2 strips of tear and tape with some liquid glue in the middle. Take the backing off. And some glue in the middle. So the tear and tape holds it right away and the liquid glue keeps it stuck. So we go ahead and put that down. Make sure it's straight and then give it a press. So there you have your really cute money card. So I am also, let's see, I think I've done a envelope already. So this one, I just took another bit of the paper. It has to be at least 2 1/4 inches wide to fit on the full flap, but it just makes a very nice Christmas card when it gets there. I'm also going to take a bit of the glitter and put it on Santa's pom-pom and the brim of his hat. I do not put it in his hair or, you know, the hair on his head or the hair on his face. A little bit on the trim of his jacket too. That just makes Santa all sparkly and lovely. So these are my 2 cards today. Where'd the other one go? It's over here because it's still drying. This one here. And this one here. So I hope you enjoyed today. If you have some suggestions, please let me know. And I thank you for joining me. Bye.